Welcome into the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from the Glenview Community Ice Center. We are back on home ice as the Titans welcome in the Lake Forest Scouts for a Saturday night matchup. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. Big thank you to Glenview Bank and Trust, as always, for being our presenting sponsor here for our YouTube broadcast. My name is Dylan Ward. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer today, as always. Brad Cesario is in charge of the scoreboard on the top left corner of your screen. And I'm happy to be back behind the mic here for Glenbrook South. I hope everybody at home enjoyed the vocal stylings of my SHL Network podcast partner, Luke Jordan, as he filled in for me for those couple of games, and he did a great job. How about those couple of games, by the way? 2 wins for the Titans on back-to-back nights. 4-0 against the York Dukes, and 3-2 against the St. Viator Lions, including the exciting finish to that one. Benji Pajurski assisted by Blake Hoffer and Ryan Mulvey with 32 seconds on the clock to give the Titans the lead, 3-2, which ultimately held up as the final score. And what a weekend it was as well for Thomas Preston. Recorded 2 wins, a shutout, his first career Glenbrook South shutout. 57 for 59. That's a .966 save percentage for the freshman goaltender for Glenbrook South. As for Lake Forest, they are looking for their first victory away from Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse. 4-5-1 in the SHL, but only 0-4-1 in away games. But they come here to Glenview Ice Center looking to end that streak. There are the Lake Forest Scouts meeting by their net, wearing gray, as the 2 teams in the SHL who wear blue and gold match up here at the Glenview Ice Center. As for the injury report, everybody is in today's lineup except for Asher Vanderploeg, of course, who is still month-to-month at this time with a lower body injury. Thomas Preston will get the nod from head coach Jim Philbin. He started all 5 SHL games coming into this one. A 3-1-1 record, 1.40 goals allowed average, and a .950 save percentage in the best varsity high school hockey league in the state of Illinois. How about that? Head coach of Lake Forest will counter with what appears to be Logan Marsh. He started most of their games. A 3-4-0 record through 7 starts. .256 goals allowed average and a .910 save percentage. He's got a shutout to his name as well. Funny enough, also 4-0 against the York Dukes. I'm coming off a little bit of a sickness. I had COVID all week, so I'm not 100% better, though I did test negative this morning. So if I cough a couple of times on the broadcast, don't mind me. I'm trying my best here, especially with no co-commentator. As Lake Forest lines up, they will go from right to left, and the Titans from left to right. Lake Forest wearing gray, the Titans wearing gold. As Evan Bunnell, who's missed a handful of games due to injury, is out there to take the opening face-off with his line mates Jonah Weiss and Jack Higgins. Luke Fagan and Aiden Weller on defense, and Lake Forest wins the opening face-off. We are underway at Glenview Ice Center for the first of 2 in a back-to-back weekend set. The Titans will play here tonight, of course, and they'll travel down to the west side of Chicago, Fifth Third Arena, the practice facility of the Chicago Blackhawks, where they will take on the St. Ignatius Wolfpack for the second time already this season. Fagan will dump this one in, goes right to Marsh's net. He will put a glove on top of it, thought about covering it, then he thought about playing it, but ultimately does go to cover it up. So both goaltenders, pretty decent numbers here in this game. Of course, we said Thomas Preston's save percentage, .950. Logan Marsh's .910. Lake Forest does have the second highest shooting percentage in the SHL, scoring goals on 12.9% of their shots. So Thomas Preston's going to have some work cut out for him tonight. Of course, though also Lake Forest, as this shot from Cesario was stopped by Marsh. They have the lowest shots average per game in the SHL at only 18.6. As a matter of fact, they usually get around that 16 mark, but they have gone 3 straight games with 20 or more shots on goal. But their season high through 10 games in the SHL is only 26. Now here's the centering pass right in front. They score! And Lake Forest strikes quickly. That was a good pass, and that found a man right in the slot. And that appears to be Rolek, and it's 1-0 to the Scouts. So how about that? Robert Rolek, who is not on the varsity roster, is a double roster player, and he is playing in only his second game of this season in the SHL, and he gets a goal. So 1-0 Scouts. Titans will have to come back. As for the Scouts, when they score first, a 2-2 record. The Titans allow the first goal. That has only happened twice, but those were their 2 losses on the season, once in regulation, once in overtime. This one comes up high to the point. Rancourt takes a shot. Lytle trying to get a body in the way, could not. Now another shot, saved by Preston. Rebound comes to the left circle. It's handled by Savage, down below the goal line. Boris right there. Now McPherson gets it out. And Charlie Preston with some help from Boris. Now Lytle brings it over the line. Dylan Lytle down the left wing side. Puts on the brakes at the corner, but Lake Forest finds it. Tries to clear it out around the boards, but it does not get quite to McPherson. So the Scouts will have to regroup. First of 3 regular season meetings between these two teams, although they have faced each other already in this hockey season. It came in the preseason invitational quarterfinal, where the Titans won 5-1 and outshot the Scouts 52-15. Thomas Preston 14 for 15 in that one, 933 goal, save percentage, and Logan Marsh 47 out of 52, so 47 saves for Logan Marsh, but his team loses by 4. We have the same goaltending matchup here tonight. Lake Forest, we just talked about their shooting percentage. They scored a goal on one of their 2 shots so far. This one stolen away by last weekend's hero, Benji Pajerski. Looking for Stevens. Couldn't get it to him cleanly, and here comes Strothman. Now Nelson over the line. That's way offsides. And the whistle sounds. And a handful of people here inside the Glenview Ice Center put their arm in the air as well. 14:37 to go, first period. Lake Forest with a 1-0 lead on the goal coming from Robert Rolek, a double-rostered player, playing in just his second varsity game this season for the Scouts. Francis dumps this one in. Luke Fagan there to take it. Fagan looking for Blake Hoffer. Hoffer scored a goal and 2 assists last weekend in the back-to-back Saturday-Sunday matchup, including an assist on that game-winning goal with 30 seconds left in Mount Prospect against the Lions. Pajerski up high. Fagan, right point, takes a shot. That one, rebound grab by Stevens. He tried to get it over to Hoffer, but he couldn't get it to him cleanly, and Marsh will lay on top of it and stop play. Take a look at our dual goalie cams. Of course, the Baker goalie cams. A very cool new addition to the broadcast this season, especially for replays. Face-off win at the right dot. Here's Cesario. Jonathan Cesario looking to make it 3 games in a row with a point. He recorded a goal and an assist over the weekend. Here's a shot. That one wouldn't go. It got blocked. He'll try a wraparound with the backhand. He couldn't get that one cleanly on net. They can't clear it out, the Scouts. And Adam Sokol will dump it back down low. Goes to the far side. Lake Forest looking to force this one out. Here's Nate Robbins. Goes out to the neutral zone, but the Titans collect. Cesario back over the line down the right wing side. Gets around Rancourt. Centers at Sokol, and that one wouldn't go. Close chance for the Titans. And keeping this one in the zone is Will Fagan. Here's a shot. That one blocked by Robbins. Rebound thrown to the net from a tough angle, and right in front, this one will be covered up and held on to. Let's have another look at that centering pass attempt by the Titans. It was a good look. And Adam Sokol, hard to tell if he got wood on it, but was just sent wide, and maybe a deflection off a skate or something. But Titans lead shots 5-2 here at home. Face off, eventually possessed by the Titans. Higgins tries a shot, but Nelson in the way to block that one en route to the net. Now the Scouts bring it out. Weiss, that one's in his skates. Now Weller back with it. Aiden Weller spins, gets it ahead to Jonah Weiss, trying to get it to Bennell, but he could not. Now this pass finds a streaking Lake Forest scout coming over the blue line, but that shot is deflected high and up into the netting. And we get another whistle. Dylan Ward with you on the call. Glad to be back behind the mic here on the South Hockey Network after I was absent last weekend, taking care of business up in West Bend, Wisconsin. Luke Jordan did a great job, but there will be games here and there this season that I'll have to miss, but I'll make sure we get a good replacement. But the vast majority I will be here for. As a matter of fact, I think I only have to miss 2 more SHL games all year. Lake Forest forces this one outside the zone. Aiden Weller picks it up. Weller over the line, right by the scout bench. He'll have to retreat out to neutral ice. Weiss gets it to Fagan. Now Higgins. He couldn't get a pass past the stick of Pasquazi. And this one gets dumped down. Does not appear that Noah Kowalski is available tonight. He is the Scouts' leading scorer with 1 goal and 6 assists for 7 points. He also scored their 1 goal in the Titans' 5-1 victory over Lake Forest in the preseason. So that's probably where the Robert Rolek comes in. If you're joining us late, double-rostered Varsity 2 guy has the only goal tonight for either side. Here comes Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey 3 points last weekend, looking for some more. He takes a shot from the right side. That one's handled by Marsh. Rebounds picked up by Dylan Lytell. He'll ring this one around the boards. Takes a funny bounce off a stanchion in the near side corner and allows Lake Forest to get it, but can't get it out. Fagan sends this one down low. It's stick to side. Zach Boris centered it. Comes to the right wing side, picked up by Lytell. Dylan Lytell in the corner. Now down below the goal line for Boris. Zach Boris coming off his first career Varsity SHL goal as he scored in that 4-0 win over York a couple of games ago. 11 minutes flat here in the first period. Shots on goal favor the Titans 7-2 here at the Glenview Ice Center. The Lake Forest with the lead 1-0. On the goal, 59 seconds into the game. By the way, that goal for Lake Forest ended a streak. They had gone 4 straight games without scoring a goal in the first period. It only took them 59 seconds to undo that. As this one comes over the line, picked up by Fagan. Looked to get it to Cesario, but instead kept alive by Strothman. Titans looking to chip this one out of the zone. Cesario right there at the blue line. Loose puck finds Ryan Mulvey. And he'll get it to Surma, who turns around, fires it all the way down. Right on net. So no icing. He was not past center ice at the time of that dump in. So got pretty lucky. Instead of a D-zone face-off for the Titans, it will be an offensive zone face-off. With still plenty of time to go in period number 1. Lake Forest has been involved in some low-scoring first and third periods. As a matter of fact, their goal differential coming into this one in the first period was 3-5. And remember, they've played 10 games, so that's less than a goal on average, 4+ allowed in the first period. But their differential in the second, quite a different story, 13-19, averaging almost 4 if you round up. This one's cleared into the Scouts bench and out of play. We'll get another whistle, and we'll drop the puck at the face-off circle closest to the Scouts bench. Actually, it looks like we'll bring the face-off into the Titans attacking zone. So Glenbrook South will take it. Blake Hoffer ready at the dot. Puck falls, and it's won by Lake Forest, but they don't have possession for long. Pajurski back up high. Aiden Weller takes a shot. That one got blocked on its way. Now here comes Lake Forest through the neutral zone. They'll dump this one in, picked up again by Pajurski. A giveaway to Catalano. Michael Catalano had 4 Titans to beat, so he lost that battle. Here's a pass. Ben Stevens waiting at the blue line. Partial break. He'll just have to take a shot. That one I believe hits the knob of the stick of Logan Marsh and goes wide. Now here's Aiden Weller. Across McPherson right side. Down to the circle, it's Hoffer. Blake Hoffer shoots, blocked by his own man, Pajerski, in his skates. And the Scouts can't clear the zone. Aiden Weller keeps it alive, but that puck takes another deflection into the Lake Forest bench and out of play. 9:28 to go, period number 1. Titans dominating this game in spite of the scoreboard. They lead shots on goal 9-2. Looking for that game-tying goal and looking for the floodgates to open after that. GBS looking to keep a 6-game win streak against Lake Forest alive in the SHL. That dates back to the 2022-2023 season, Lake Forest's first season as members of the Scholastic Hockey League. Titans have swept them in both years so far, this being the first meeting of the season between these two sides. Here's the newly appointed captain of the Glenbrook South hockey team, Ryan Mulvey, getting this one out to the neutral zone, and it's dumped down. And this one's sent outside the zone. It goes all the way back down to Titan territory. Luke Fagan picks it up, puts on the brakes. Nice move to elude a check from Robbins. He tried to play it off the board to get around Marks, but it's kept alive right point. Here's a shot. Easy save for Preston. And Ryan Mulvey out to the neutral zone, dumped right back down by Lake Forest halfway through period number 1. In spite of 9 shots on goal, you got to feel like goaltender Logan Marsh has not had to make too many crazy acrobatic type saves. They've all been pretty routine on his end, but he's made all 9. Here's another zone entry, Lake Forest. Luke Fagan dives to try to get a block in there. Then a centering pass goes right to Walsh, and he shoots in close, and that one's stopped by Preston. Good save. Not too much time to react after that one. Good effort by Fagan, and just right in front. This will be a real good look at it. Our Baker goalie cams. Nice patience there by Lake Forest skater that led that zone entry to wait to get around Luke Fagan, who is horizontal on the ice surface. Nearly 2-0 Lake Forest had that one gone. Here's Francis. Takes a hit from Preston right near the Titan bench. That draws a couple stick taps from the boys in gold. Now this pass misses Boris. It goes all the way down. Francis chasing after it. He'll get to it in the corner. Boris, nice play to get a body on him and steal the puck away. He tried to center it, but nobody home for the Titans. Now Will Fagan, who, just like Boris, also scored his first career Glenbrook South Varsity SHL goal in that 4-0 victory over the York Dukes. We'll see if anyone else has their first goal in the cards tonight. Not a bad crowd here at the Glenview Ice Center. As Adam Sokol gets this one ahead of one defender, he takes a shot, and that one's stopped by Marsh. Now behind the net, Lake Forest regroups. Sokol with a goal and an assist last weekend. He's had a really nice start to the season. 2 goals, 6 assists for 8 points overall in all competitions. Now here's Frank Surma. He takes a hit into the boards, lost the puck, and Lake Forest able to grab a hold of this one and get it out through neutral ice. Played off the near boards, goes to McPherson first. Now it's Sokol, stretch pass for Surma. That one in his skates, and the Scouts able to grab possession of that. Here's a pass to Strothman. Strothman takes a shot. Good block by McPherson, getting in the way of that. Now Strothman picks it back up. Near side corner, McPherson picks his pocket. Now the puck bouncing off the boards and off a couple of legs, and eventually it comes to the near side. Adam Sokol takes a hit, and Cesario takes a hit as well from Strothman. He's going to get a penalty for that, and that'll stop play. So with 5:52 to go in the first period, the Scouts are headed to the box. And the Titans will be the first team to have a look on the power play tonight. This is the RSM power play, of course. All power play sponsored by RSM. And boy, this power play could use a little juice these days. It is 0 for 6 here through the first 5 SHL games. The Titans, in spite of scoring 2 shorthanded goals on the season, still looking for their first PPG. Although in that preseason game, they were 3 for 5 on the power play against Lake Forest. So let's see what they could do here. Here's Pajerski. Spins to elude Catalano's check. Pajerski backhander right to the blue paint. Blake Hoffer right there, just out of his reach. Now Weller gets it down low to Hoffer. Hoffer, right circle, looking to do it by himself. Puck goes back to the near side corner, pinned up there. Couple of guys fighting for each side. Loose puck finds Weller. Now Hoffer tipped it on net. That one in the blue paint. And Stevens scores! You knew that was coming after the Titans crashed the net. Ben Stevens stays hot. And finally for Glenbrook South, it's a power play goal. And they have tied this game up. So Ben Stevens with his 3rd goal of the SHL season, 4th goal on the full season overall, including those preseason games, and now 1 for 7 on the power play are the Glenbrook South Titans. If there was a team to take advantage of their penalty kill, it was probably Lake Forest. Only 75% coming into this game. Now Pajerski wants some more. Getting in there is Hoffer. He takes a shot and scores! What a shot from an impossible angle. And just about 25 seconds apart, the Titans come back and now have the lead. I don't know how Blake found room from that angle. I mean, that's almost parallel to the goal line as Pajerski led that rush, and there you see the shot. He goes off screen, found a hole in Logan Marsh, and what was I saying? As soon as the Titans get one, the floodgates were bound to open up. We'll see if the Titans can keep rolling on here with plenty of time to go in the first period. Ben Stevens, Blake Hoffer, 9 and 8 with the 2 goals tonight for the Titans. Right by the Glenbrook South bench. This one's dumped in, picked up by Fagan. This one bounces up high, glove down by Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey backhands this one into the zone. Now Surma gets it down low. Adam Sokol look to get it back up high. That one's taken away by the scouts, and they can't get it outside the zone. Fagan turns around, tries to get a slap shot on net, but didn't have a great angle on that one. Now here's Surma with a shot. Save made by Marsh. Rebound goes to the far side. Mulvey will get it down low to Sokol. Adam Sokol looking for his options. Finds Fagan right point, takes a shot. That one stopped and turned into the corner by Marsh. Now the Titans have another close look again, but they can't get a shot off. Lake Forest will play this one off the bench boards all the way down and slows up enough for the linesman to call no icing. Fagan passes to Weller. Aiden Weller, pass intercepted by Savage. And now Marks will bring this one into the zone. Adam Sokol picks it up behind his own net. Pressure from behind. But now Weller picks it up again, goes to the far side with it. Charlie Preston there. He hits a man up against the boards, and getting the loose puck is Fagan. 3 to go here in period number 1. As this one's lifted out to the neutral zone and beyond. Nelson able to take it for the Scouts. Plays this one off the boards and out to neutral ice, where it's grabbed once again by Glenbrook South. Zach Boris retreats back to his own zone, and the Titans will dump this one all the way down. Will it be enough? No. Icing waved off by the linesman. Now this one played off the near boards. Valenti gets it to Walsh as Walsh enters the zone, has Weller to beat, and Aiden Weller able to pick his pocket and sauce it out to the neutral zone. Scouts dump it back in again. Right in front of the net, dangerous territory. Boris swipes it out of there. As now Preston plays it off the boards. Takes a bounce off the official skate, and that allows Dylan Lytell to grab possession and enter the zone, but couldn't do much with that zone entry. Now this one leaks back up high. Fagan has a look. He shoots, and the save made by Marsh. He hangs on, and we get another whistle. 1:56 to go, and the scoreboard is having all kinds of problems here tonight. It is only 2-1, Brad. The scoreboard is wrong. As here in the rink it says 3-1 GBS, and for a while it said 2-0 GBS, even though Lake Forest had a goal. I don't know who's running the scoreboard down there, but looks like it's being communicated right now that we only have 2 goals, and they just fixed it. All right, final 100 seconds of the opening period. Lake Forest only with 3 shots against Thomas Preston so far tonight. Here comes Hoffer over the line down the right wing side. Blake Hoffer around a couple. He takes a shot. That one stopped by Marsh. Boy number 8 in gold has been all over the ice tonight. Here he is again, Hoffer. Over the line, knocks into a couple men, and the loose puck's taken by Benji Pajerski. Pajerski to McPherson. McPherson to Hoffer, who tips it in. Now here's Pajerski again, right circle. Looking for a pass. Pajerski gets it to Jack Higgins. Back up high. Here's Will Fagan. He shoots. That one stopped and sent aside by Marsh. Now Fagan gets it back. Right point. The sophomore Will Fagan. Now back up high. Weiss with a shot. That one tipped on its way by Pajerski, and he couldn't get the rebound after that was stopped. Now Walsh finds a streaking player. That's Robbins, and Mulvey getting in the way of him, and lucky to not get a penalty is the Glenbrook South captain. 30 seconds to go. Here's Higgins, finds Bunnell, what a pass, and Evan Bunnell leads the way. He gets it over, and waiting right there was Jonah Weiss, but they just couldn't connect on that look. Now Lake Forest back over the line. Here's a centering pass, Walsh, but not in his wheelhouse, and Bunnell will play it to the far side with only 6 seconds left in period number 1 now. And that should just about do it. We'll see if the Titans get one more shot off. Bunnell has to shoot, and I don't think he realized how much time there was. So that's going to finish period number 1 here at the Glenview Ice Center. After the Titans allowed a goal less than a minute into the game, they scored twice in a row, including on the power play to end their offer on the man advantage, and then scored right after that, only 20 seconds or so after that, Ben Stevens and Blake Hoffer with the 2 goals for Glenbrook South. So don't go anywhere. We're going to step away for just about 30 seconds here on the South Hockey Network. Period 2 coming right up. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Dylan Ward here on the call as the teams line up at center ice, and we are underway for period number 2 here on the South Hockey Network. As the Sokol trying to get ahead of one man, he could not. Gerard Boris on our camera, and Brad Cesario keeping score in the top left corner of your screen. The Dream Team here at the South Hockey Network. Now here's Nelson, gets around one man. What a move, takes a backhand shot. That one stopped by Preston. As Gavin Nelson showing some of his stick handling ability right there. Now Sokol. Titans can't clear the zone. Now Cesario takes a hit. And some of the fans here at Glenview Ice Center want a penalty for that. But they're not going to get one. Here's Catalano backhanding it into the zone, but grabbed immediately at the blue line by Fig, and then a big hit against Cesario as Louis knocks him down. As these two teams growing into a little bit of rivals here as Lake Forest continues their stay in the SHL. Of course, this is their third season playing in the #1 league in the state. And Lundberg South plays them at least 3 times a year now as part of their regular season. But before that, it was, Jim Philbin estimates, 10 years since the Titans had played the Scouts before that moment. Here's Louis. Got it to the far side. Milliman, who scored in the Scouts' most recent game, which was a 6-1 loss. They had a 6-0 lead after 2 periods. New Trier did. And then Lake Forest won the 3rd period with that 1-0 goal. Lake Forest, by the way, who only had 3 shots on goal in the first period, has already doubled that total as they now have 6. We talked a little bit, if you missed it earlier in the broadcast, Lake Forest in the first and third periods on both sides of the rink, whether it's goals for or goals allowed, first and third periods are quite low scoring with only an average of 0.8 goals for and allowed in the first and 1.4 in the second, or in the third, I should say. But in the second period, 3.2 as their differential is -6, 13-19 through 10 games here this season. Here's Dylan Lytell over the line, splits a couple defenders, but lost the puck in the process. And that one will be held on to by Marsh. 14:45 to go. Still plenty of hockey left here at the Glenview Ice Center. The Titans scoring twice in a matter of, I believe the number was 25 seconds. Ben Stevens and Blake Hoffer. Stevens on the power play. So the Titans 1 for 1 on the power play in this game. Now 1 for 7 on the season. So a much needed goal on the man advantage for the Titans. Scored by Stevens. Catalano gets it out to the neutral ice. Valenti over the line down the left wing side, puts on the brakes. Left it, Pasquesi takes a shot. Save made by Preston. Rebounds grabbed by Boris. He'll try to backhand it out. Only goes to Lytell, who lost it in his skates. Now Catalano again tries a shot. That one bouncing in on net. And covering it up is Thomas Preston. He'll hang on for a whistle. Titans lead shots on goal now 17-6. And Preston will watch a face-off to his right. Bunnell ready for the face-off. That one's won back. It goes to Strothman. Now Pasquesi up at the right point. He tried a shot fan on it, and the rebound's grabbed by Evan Bunnell. Bunnell looking to get out of the zone. Pasquesi instead will take it away, get it in, got it to Strothman. Nice pass. Here's a shot and a good save made by Preston. He hangs on for another whistle. As we get a stoppage with 13:57 to go in the second. And looks like they have now fixed the shots on goal, as I think they were counting the Lake Forest shots on goal as the Titans here in the second period. And again, don't want to call out any names, but lots of problems here so far at the home games at Glenview Ice Center in terms of the clock and the scoreboard, and you know, that puck touched by a high stick. The Glenview Ice Center, of course, one of the only rinks in the SHL, this one and GBN, I believe, to actually have customizable team names put on the scoreboard instead of just home or away. So according to the scoreboard tonight, it's GBS versus Lake Foe because there's not enough characters on the scoreboard. But of course, they could have gone with Scouts. I don't know. It might be a nitpick. But there definitely have been issues here at the Glenview Ice Center of the clock not starting on time and scoreboard. It's a whole range of stuff. All right, here come the Titans. Adam Sokol to Cesario. This one taken away by Lake Forest, and they'll dump this one down. Sokol picks it up. Gets it up to Surma. Frank Surma comes over the blue line. Dumping this one down into the zone. Caught up to it at the corner. Got it up high. Luke Fagan just couldn't keep that one in as that one zinged around the boards and up to the right point. Just out of the reach of the sophomore. Now this one's backhanded in by the Titans. Pajerski gets to it. Right in front, Hoffer. What a pass by Pajerski. And it's Blake Hoffer's second of the game. Wow, no one found that puck behind the goal line except for Pajerski. And one of the Titans' most dangerous offensive scorers was left wide open in the slot. Let's take another look at this one. You can see number 78 in gray, Francis, sort of just give up on the race to the puck and let Pajerski get to it behind the goal line. And yeah, no, two Lake Forest guys go to cover Pajerski, and Blake Hoffer is left wide open. And the Titans have extended their lead to 3-1. So Blake Hoffer, only 2 SHL goals coming into tonight, has doubled that total with his 3rd and 4th of this young season. Of course, the sophomore stud last season played on a line with the likes of Zach Freemuth and Wyatt Sherwood, Nick Ventura a couple times as well. Playing with those guys really has prepared him to do it himself at this point with those guys gone and out of the lineup. Blake Hoffer, now a junior, one of the leaders on this team. As this one's dumped down into the Titan zone. GBS looking to catch Lake Forest in a change. Now Stevens almost gave it up. McPherson comes and takes it. Here comes Cole McPherson. Over the neutral zone, leaves it Hoffer. Throws it to the net. That one sticked away by the goaltender Marsh. Now right in front, Lytell. That one almost got to him. Meanwhile, Pajerski, who threw it to the slot, takes a hit. Then he tries to retaliate. That didn't quite work out. Blake Hoffer already on hat trick watch. Tried to center it for Mulvey up high, but it goes right to Louis. Louis can't get to it before McPherson grabs it. And Cole McPherson out to the neutral zone for Boris. Zach Boris can't get around Catalano. And so here comes Walsh, and we get a penalty. Too many men on the ice is going to be called against Lake Forest. So the Titans are going to the power play for the second time in the game with 11:10 to go in the second period. And that one's picked up by the trailing ref way down in Lake Forest zone. And they're going to have to pick one of the 6 guys that was out there. It's going to be Louis that goes to the box. So the Titans, who are 1 for 1 on the power play, finally have scored their first power play goal of the SHL season tonight. Let's make it another. All power plays on the South Hockey Network are sponsored by RSM. And in spite of what it says on your scoreboard, it is a Titan power play, by the way. Mulvey down to Sokol. Sokol up high. Ryan Mulvey takes a shot. That one in and out of the glove of Marsh. Rebound picked up Cesario. Up high, Aiden Weller. Boy, this power play is cooking tonight. Here's Surma now. Got it up high. Here's Weller. He takes a shot. Deflected and misses the net. Goes off the glass above it. As this one is cleared all the way down. As we get down to 80 seconds remaining on the Titan power play. Ben Stevens scored the PPG earlier in this game. It was the Titans' first goal of the game, and it tied us up at 1-1. Now here's Mulvey. He'll get it to Sokol as the Titans enter the zone on sides. Drop-off pass back for Mulvey. His pass back for Sokol, intended for him anyway, was intercepted by Francis. He'll try to dump this one down, but not so fast, said Ryan Mulvey. Aiden Weller picks it up, only 50 seconds remaining to work with. Long pass to Blake Hoffer. He turns on the Jets. Blake Hoffer, left wing circle, looking for a pass. Whiffed on the pass attempt to the slot. Gets the puck back. Hoffer, now Stevens, back up high, Fagan. He takes a shot, and that one stopped by Marsh. Pajerski right there. He'll try to get it to his forehand. Instead, he'll try to center it for Blake Hoffer. But that one in the blue paint eventually gets cleared away. 17 to go on the power play. Here comes Fagan over the line down the right wing side, around one man. Here's Fagan, he shoots and scores! What a shot! And another power play goal for Glenbrook South. It is Will Fagan's second of the season. He's got points in 3 straight games now for the sophomore, and the Titans lead 4-1. Boy, what a shot this was. Similar to Blake Hoffer's first goal of the night. Will Fagan, tough angle. Just tries the shot, and why not? It worked out, snuck it just under that left shoulder of Logan Marsh. And top shelf, baby. Back to center ice for the faceoff. And the Titans control, they dump it down and then get it back. Shots on goal 17-10 in favor of GBS. They lead the game 4-1. After allowing the first goal of the game a minute in, it's been 4 unanswered by the boys in blue and gold. Not even halfway through regulation time yet. Here's Walsh behind Preston's net. Loose puck's found by Fagan. Luke Fagan, that is, not his brother Will, who just scored. This one's passed up by Preston, finds Boris. Boris over to Lytle, and he scores! What a passing play, and the Titans really unloading now. It is 5-1 here in the second. What a beautiful passing play. Zach Boris will get the assist, and Dylan Lytle just smacked it into a 6x4. Charlie Preston, of course, will get the secondary assist. Boom! And the Titans are rolling now. What was I saying earlier this broadcast? Once they get that first one, the floodgates will just start to open up. And 5 unanswered goals for Glenbrook South here at home. And a pretty nice crowd here has started to develop here at the Glenview Ice Center. A couple latecomers, but the bleachers starting to become really full. Not too bad of a student section either here on this Saturday night to watch their fellow classmates take on Lake Forest. Here's Jonah Weiss now. So a couple from Hoffer. Ben Stevens, Dylan Lytle. As this one centered, here's a shot. That one whistles wide. And William Fagan, of course, is that last goal scorer for the Titans. This one goes up into the netting out of play. .7:42 to go in the second. And there will be a face-off at the circle to Thomas Preston's left. Also, what were we saying about Lake Forest? High-scoring second period, one way or the other. Well, boy, has it been a high-scoring period so far for them. 3 goals. They were all allowed. The Titans not as in control as they were in that preseason game in terms of shots on goal. That one ended up finishing 52-15. Titans led the shots on goal in that one, but final score of that game was 5-1. What's the score right now with still over 23, 24 minutes left of hockey? Of course, if the Titans do get one more goal here in this period, it will initiate the head coach's decision to maybe skip the intermission and just play through on the used ice. Also, the running clock would be in effect in the third period too if the Titans break it open to a 5-goal differential, currently a 4-goal differential. Here's Hoffer already with 2 tonight. Blake Hoffer, nice nonchalant move to get around Savage, but lost the puck after that. Fagan looking to pass to Weller. It eventually did get to Aiden Weller. Weller plays it off the near boards and out to the neutral zone. Pajerski missed a pass. And Marks will dump this one back in. And waiting in neutral ice is Pajerski. He didn't get it cleanly, but he'll have a partial break here. Benji Pajerski gets taken down and crashes into the net. And grimacing a little bit after that. Those are metal posts, folks. And hopefully he'll be all right. Let's take another look at that one. He was waiting at the blue line, and now he will get to his feet with some help. He was waiting at the blue line and didn't get the puck cleanly. Was taken down, and you could see just the left side of his ribs knock into that goal post. And the good news for Pajerski is he's skating to the bench while laboring without any help, though. So able to move under his own power. And we'll drop the puck at the left face-off circle, Titans attacking zone. Here's Nelson. Now right in front, blue paint area, Cesario. Now this one's picked up by Sokol in the skates. It gets taken away by Lake Forest, and the scouts bring it out. Catalano dumps it in. This one goes down below the goal line. Fagan picks it up. Will Fagan finding a stretch pass. What a pass. It finds Surma. He gets it right to the slot for Sokol, but they just couldn't connect cleanly on that. Now right in front, Cesario on the one-timer. Pass from below the goal line. Didn't get enough wood on it. Now Cesario down in the corner. Puck picked up by Sokol. Adam Sokol around the boards, up high it goes. Will Fagan with a goal tonight already. He takes a shot from the right point, although his first goal tonight did not look quite like that. There's that tough angle chance, almost parallel to the goal line. As we get a hit on the near side in neutral ice, and that draws an arm in the air from the official. We'll have another penalty. Yep, that'll do it. And Lake Forest is going to the box for already the third time tonight. And the Titans are headed to the power play. Still waiting for the official call by the referee. Sure if that'll be head contact or elbowing or maybe just interference. We'll see. Roughing or just roughing. So that will be the penalty. And the Titans, for the third time tonight, go to the power play. All power plays on the South Hockey Network are sponsored by RSM. 2 for 2 tonight on the man advantage. Let's see if the Titans can keep that streak going. Here's Pajerski. They've had great puck movement and possession on their power plays so far. Not a lot of clearances by Lake Forest. Blake Hoffer. Now to Mulvey. Left point, Mulvey goes down low to Pajerski. Benji gets it at the corner, near side. Now Marsh pins it up against the boards. Loose puck finds Hoffer. He tried a backhander. That one wouldn't go. Hoffer left it for Weller. Now back to Blake Hoffer. It bounces over his stick and goes right to where Mulvey is. Here's a shot by Ryan Mulvey. Save. Rebound Pajerski. And how did that one stay out? It comes to the near side corner, and it looked like Pajerski had a wide open chance. Somehow Marsh making the save. Now Mulvey again, he takes a shot blocked by Maricini. Weller gets it from the right point, takes a shot. That one bounces off the end boards, and Blake Hoffer picks it up left circle. Looks like maybe they could have gotten Lake Forest for a hold right there, but no call made. Both teams switch them up. Here's Weller going to Surma with it. Frank Surma will just have to skate back in his own zone, put on the brakes behind the goal line. Surma plays it to Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey at the end of a long shift. He's been out there since the start of this power play. Mulvey going all the way down below the goal line. Doesn't look like he's lost a lot of energy, though. Now backhander. That one picked up by Lake Forest, and they cleared the zone. 3.5 to go in the second period. 15 to go on this Titan power play. Here is Fagan, now out to Adam Sokol. Sokol over the line with some speed, left it for Surma. He takes a shot. That one deflected just wide as the power play comes to an end. So for the first time tonight, the Titans unsuccessful on the man advantage. They followed at 2 out of 3. Now to the goal line again. Adam Sokol tried that shot, and why not? We've seen 2 Titan goals from almost parallel to the goal line so far tonight from Blake Hoffer and Will Fagan. As this was the chance for Benji Pajurski on that first power play unit. Here's the shot, big rebound, and so you can see actually, looks like Steve Sarower did make a goaltending change, which I didn't pick up on at first, and looks like they didn't pick up on that either down in the official scorers area, so I'm not sure when Krebs got the nod from head coach Steve Sarower, but it is no longer Logan Marsh. It is now Krebs. Robert Krebs, 1-1-1 so far in 3 starts. His only regulation loss was on Wednesday against New Trier. He's got a 4.33 goals allowed average at an .835 save percentage. Face off at the left wing circle. Titans attacking zone. Preston plays it up high to Will Fagan, who's got a goal tonight. This one taken away by Lake Forest. And we'll see if the Titans can get one more here before this period ends, and if so, they will likely agree to skip the Zamboni intermission, and we see the running clock in the third. Of course, running clock is a rule in the SHL, but deciding whether to skip the intermission is a decision that both coaches have to be okay with. Here's Robbins. He tries a shot. That one flipped wide of the net. We get down to 2:10 to go in the period. Milliman. He's looking to make 8 goals in 2 straight, but he's at the end of a shift, so he'll just dump this one down the right wing. It's picked up below the goal line by Fagan. Fagan to Hoffer. That one just past him. It goes all the way down. Deflected, so it will not be an icing. Now here's Weller, finds Stevens. Taken away by Lake Forest. Here comes Nelson. Nice move at first, but then he lost an edge in doing so. Thomas Preston has been perfect, although he's not seen a lot of action here in the late moments of the game, although he is 10 for 10 here in this period. But I should say he has been perfect since that first goal he allowed. Only a minute into the game. Has not allowed one since. As now here comes Lake Forest on another zone entry. It's Strothman. Backhand shot. That one hit the side of the net. Tickled the twine, but the wrong side of it. Now in the slot, backhander by Catalano. Save, rebound. That one's also stopped. And on the rebound after that, they punch it in, and it is Milliman with the goal. Or pardon me, Strothman. And Lake Forest cuts it to a 5-2 game. So you can see it was a really impressive stop by Preston just before this puck went in. The backhander, and that was the save I'm talking about. And then you could see Strothman just force it in without interfering with Preston. There's that first save. Wow. And then just unfortunate, it's right there in the blue paint. And you can't blame Preston for that one after the initial stop he made. So with 42 seconds left in the second, it's a 5-2 game. And they have not started the clock once again. There it is. Here's Walsh, taken away by Aiden Weller. Now Adam Sokol, knocking this one down in the zone. Surma chasing after it. Now Sokol got it again. Deflects up to Weller. Weller over to a wide open Surma, who fanned on his shot and can't get it back. It's taken by the Scouts, as they get it out to the neutral zone. 14 to go in the period. Delayed offsides for the Titans, so they couldn't touch it. Maracini will backhand this one into the zone, settled down by the Glenbrook South captain, Ryan Mulvey. He'll play it over to Aiden Weller, and Mulvey will get the last touch of the period as the buzzer sounds here at Glenview Ice Center. So 2/3 of the way home here. The Titans with 5 unanswered goals after allowing the first one, but most recently, in the final minute of this period, it was the Scouts getting back within 3. And both teams will make their way to the locker room, talk things over. Zamboni will take care of business. And we'll come out 17 more minutes to go in regulation time here at the Glenview Community Ice Center. The Glenbrook South Titans with a 5-2 lead. 2 goals from Blake Hoffer, Ben Stevens, Will Fagan, and Dylan Lytell with the goals for you tonight. All right, don't go anywhere. South Hockey Network will keep our broadcast right here live over the airwaves, but mute our mics. And we'll be with you in the third period shortly. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from the Glenview Community Ice Center. It's time for the third period here between the Glenbrook South Titans and the Lake Forest Scouts. GBS with a 5-2 lead heading into period number 3. If the 2 Lake Forest goals were bread, Glenbrook South's 5 is the meat, cheese, tomato, lettuce, and anything else you might find on a sandwich. Lake Forest scored a minute into the game. Titans scored 5 unanswered, and then Lake Forest scored right at the end of the period. Scoring summary for you tonight. Ben Stevens scored the first one on the power play, assisted by Hoffer and Weller. And then just a couple of seconds after that, Blake Hoffer added to his assist with a goal of his own, assisted by Benji Pajurski and Ben Stevens. Then Blake Hoffer scored again, his second of the game, also assisted by Benji Pajurski, but secondary went to Will Fagan on that one. Then Will Fagan found the back of the net himself with that shot almost parallel to the goal line. That goal is an unassisted goal. And then finally, most recently, Dylan Lytle scored on the 2-on-1. Great pass from Zach Boris. And then the pass from the neutral zone to set it up by Charlie Preston. And that's where we stand. Charlie's brother Thomas has allowed 2 goals on 16 shots. He's made 14 saves tonight. As we switch back to the first period shooting sides for the beginning of period number 3. Lake Forest has not allowed a third period goal in 3 consecutive games against St. Ignatius, York, and New Trier Green. But as for the Titans, they have not allowed a third period goal in 4 straight games, which is every game they've played apart from SHL opening night, where they allowed the goal to York. That brought them back within 1 at the end of the game, if you remember that game over at Addison Ice Arena. So the Titans only with 1 goal allowed in period number 3 so far in the season. We'll see if anything gives here, if we're going to have a 5-2 final score. Also, if you are joining us late, as this pass goes to Strothman, he couldn't bury that one. He scored the Scouts' second goal. He pulls it ahead. We've got a 2-on-1. Pajurski has Stevens to his right. Got it over. Ben Stevens back to Pajurski, and that one hit the side of the net. Oh boy, a beautiful passing play by the Titans. Just couldn't finish it. If you are joining us late, though, I just want to put it out there that I'm getting over a bad sickness. I had COVID last week, but I tested negative today, but still not feeling 100% better. But I didn't want to miss another GBS game, so I'm back here in the booth. So if you hear occasional coughing, that's what's going on. All right, here's Jonah Weiss. He skates through neutral ice, plays it off the near boards. Nice play. Weiss now centers it, and it almost gets deflected in by Cesario. And the whistle sounds because the net comes off its posts. Here's the 2-on-1 chance for the Titans, and that was not a bad idea by Cesario to just get low there, because as most people know, you can't redirect, or you can't, kick a puck into the net or in any way force it into the net with anything but your stick, but deflecting it is completely fair game with your body, skate, what have you. As long as it's not a distinct kicking motion or a push, so to say. If you just angle your body in a particular way to get that puck deflected in, as this Weller shot goes high of the net, that's legal. Something you don't see very often, but definitely comes up in the rules of hockey from time to time. Weiss gets this one ahead. Here's Adam Sokol with a shot. That one stopped by Krebs. Robert Krebs relieved Logan Marsh in this game. Krebs played all 51 minutes against New Trier Green on Wednesday night. Made 18 stops on 24 Trevian shots. Lake Forest does have the second highest shooting percentage in the SHL on the season, converting for goals on 12.9% of their shots on goal. Coming into tonight, nice play by Weller. That drew some attention from the fans here at Glenview Ice Center. As this one's sent down. And picked up by Weller, who gets it over to Preston. Streaking over the line, left wing side. Zach Boris down below the goal line. He gets it back. Here's Boris. Gets taken down from behind, and that's going to draw a penalty against the Lake Forest Scouts. And head coach of Lake Forest, Steve Sarauer, are going palms up after that one, but it appeared like it was a trick to the naked eye. Let's see. Zach Boris, number 91 in goal, draws the penalty, and well, maybe the Titans get away with one a little bit there, but it is going to be the fourth power play of the night for the Glenbrook South Titans. They are 2 for 3. They have not had any trips to the box of their own so far all game. All Titan power plays, by the way, of course, brought to you by RSM, as the boys have been slinging that biscuit around pretty darn well tonight on the man advantage. They watched it get cleared down by Lake Forest to begin this power play, though, as the Titans will look to make it a 4-goal differential. Down in the left wing corner. Blake Hoffer centers it right there. Pajerski couldn't deflect that one home. Now Pajerski. Looking for a man. Pajerski throws it up high to Weller. Now to Pajerski again. That one deflected off of his skate, or stick I should say, and this is cleared down by the Lake Forest Scouts. Ryan Mulvey comes over the center ice line, now the blue line, leading the charge to the defenseman. This puck pops, and it goes right to Lake Forest, and they will clear. So, without a doubt, the Scouts' best penalty kill all evening. Here's Jonah Weiss. Weiss gets taken down, and I'm looking for the orange sleeves. That's not a call from the referees. Jim Philbin letting them hear it a little bit. Now here's Fagan. Goes to Fagan. Luke to Will on that one. Here's Will over the line with 2 points tonight. A goal and an assist for one of the two Fagan twins on this GBS team. Here's Cesario finding a loose puck. He has some space. He tried to center it, and that one nearly took a deflection into the net. Scouts can't clear as Luke Fagan keeps it in the zone. Bounces off the boards, and out of the box comes Lake Forest. They have killed off the Titan power play. So the Titans fall to 2 out of 4 here in this game. But this pass is centered by Adam Sokol to Weiss, but just couldn't connect. And back down into the zone. Krebs will just hang on to it for a whistle with 11:22 to go in the third period. Dylan Ward here on the call with you. Gerard Boris, your camera operator and technical engineer. Brad Cesario keeping score in the top left corner of your screen. We appreciate all of you spending your Saturday night with us here at the Glenview Ice Center as the Titans currently leading big over the Lake Forest Scouts, but maybe not so big. 3 goals. Got to be careful. You can't take your foot off the gas at all. This is the first of a Saturday-Sunday back-to-back set. They will take a trip down to Chicago tomorrow night and take on the St. Ignatius Wolfpack for the second time this season. Glenbrook South lost in overtime in their home opener the first time those two teams played. Lytell nearly with his second of the night right there. That game will be available only on SHL Network, so no South Hockey Radio Network, or I should say no South Hockey Network broadcast of that. You'll get Max Anderson on the call with Luke Jordan, who did a couple of games doing color. I'll be there at the rink, but I have the night off, so I'll just be watching as a fan. As the Titans have 3 games on the SHL Network as of right now on the schedule. That game against St. Ignatius They play New Trier on the SHL Network in November, and then, of course, they have one more in November. That's the North-South game. That's always on the SHL Network. No goals for either team so far in period number 3. Titans led 2-1 after 1. Outscored the Scouts 3-1 in the second. And the Titans, when they have been up after 2, have never lost. 2-0-0. Here's McPherson skating through neutral ice. Can't get around one man. Lake Forest, on the other hand, when they enter the third period trailing, they are 0-5-0. So have not found even a point when they don't have the lead or tied after 2 periods. Here's Jonah Weiss. Looking for a pass. Weiss goes down low. It's Zach Boris. Boris tried to backhand it to Lytell, waiting by the blue paint, but he couldn't. Now McPherson gets it back. Right point, nice move. Here's a shot by McPherson, tipped by Boris, and that one wouldn't go. Now a battle for the puck. Near side corner, Titans attacking zone. Here's another centering pass by Boris. Couldn't find Weiss with it. Now McPherson takes a shot, blocked in close. Weiss goes down low to Boris. Centers it again. Lytell takes a cross check in the blue paint. And no arm in the air, but we do get a whistle. And maybe a penalty. Whistle, if not for the penalty. And actually, Dylan Lytell has been escorted to the box. I have no idea, maybe goalie interference, but boy, oh boy, folks, I'm not really sure what Dylan Lytell did there. Okay, looks like they're gonna get both guys, as there's a Lake Forest scout now in the penalty box as well. So we'll stay 5-on-5. Titans only have 4 guys out on the ice, and now the 5th guy, Jonah Weiss, will join the play. In high school hockey, of course, coincidental minors, even if they're just 2-minute minors, do not reduce your numerical strength. No 4-on-4 unless there are 2 penalties happen at different times, but within the same 2 minutes. 30 shots on goal for the Titans to the Scouts 17. The most shots on goal the Titans have had in any game is 32, and that was in that home opener against the St. Ignatius Wolfpack. We'll see if Glenbrook South can get a new season high here tonight. Puck falls in the neutral zone. And Strothman will take it for the Scouts. Gets around Weiss. Now this one out to the neutral zone. It's dumped in by Ryan Mulvey right on net. So there's shot on goal number 31 for Glenbrook South. One away from tying their season high. Again, it's been a short season so far. Technically, their season high was 52 against Lake Forest in the preseason, but we're talking SHL only. Of course, just for future reference here on the South Hockey Network, unless I specify otherwise, every stat I talk about is going to be SHL only, as that is the best way to compare the two teams when they go up against each other, because full season stats are not available for every team. All right, Blake Hoffer, who has 2 goals tonight, is ready for the left circle face-off. He pulls it back, but goes past Ryan Mulvey, who could not keep it inside the zone. Halfway through period number 3. Titans lead 5-2, just like they have since the second period. Now here comes Blake Hoffer. Hoffer dances around a couple bodies through neutral ice. Lost the puck, though, then hits a man down into the far side corner. This puck finds Pajerski. He takes a check into the near side corner. Two guys battling for the puck, and Pajerski, I believe, will get a tripping penalty here as two men hit the floor wearing gray. And looks like we just didn't catch it in time on our replay, so now the Titans will be shorthanded for the first time here tonight as Pajerski gets escorted to the box. Gets penalty minutes 5 and 6 on the season, the SHL season, of course. And the Titans are shorthanded. All shorthanded opportunities, all penalty kills on the South Hockey Network are sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys. And the Titans, in spite of coming into this game without a power play goal, I want to talk about a hot PK. 100% so far on the season. 15 for 15, not to mention 2 shorthanded goals for the Titans as well. One by Hoffer, one by Sokol. Here's a shot. That one's handled by Preston. We'll see if the Titans can get another shorthanded goal. Blake Hoffer's not out there, but Sokol is, who's already got one this season. That came in that 4-0 win over York. This one they try to clear it out. Bounces off a helmet. It's kept alive at the blue line. Here is Nelson. He tried to backhander to the slot. That didn't work out. The Titans can't clear the zone. Now here's Valente. At the left point. A couple of gold sweaters in the way, and the Titans are able to find that puck and send it all the way down. Halfway through the Lake Forest power play. 7 minutes to go in the game. Still looking for our first goal of the third period. As talked about, both teams have gone at least 3 games without a goal allowed in the third period. This one takes a bounce off the end boards, and Thomas Preston will cover it up. Preston with 100% of the minutes in net for Jim Philbin's team so far on the season. Been pretty darn good. 3-1-1, of course, coming into the season. 140 goals, or coming into the game, I should say. 140 goals allowed average, 950 save percentage. Has allowed 2 tonight on what is now 19 shots, but still quite a solid performance. And you want to go back to that second goal Lake Forest scored. That initial save just before the puck was batted home was outstanding. Maybe his best save of the season so far, but of course it will get overshadowed by the goal. Titans clear this the length. Here's Francis behind his net. Titans looking to continue this PK streak. 15 seconds to go on it. Blake Hoffer can't clear the zone, but he knocks into a man on the way. Now Rancourt takes a shot. That takes a deflection up into the netting and out of play. 6:04 left in the third. 6 left on the power play. Benji Pajerski getting ready to come out of the box. As Preston will watch the face-off at the circle to his right. Adam Sokol is ready. Drop of the puck. It's won cleanly by Lake Forest. Here's Savage with a shot. That one got blocked by a stick. And Pajerski is free, and the Titans make it 16 for 16 on the power play, or on the penalty kill, I should say. But it looks like they're going to have to try to make it 17 for 17 now. As Will Fagan lighting up the scorecard tonight. Goal, assist, and now a pen. And Lake Forest, within seconds after finishing their last power play, are going to get another look. And as always, all penalty kills for the Titans are sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys. Here's Nelson with a shot from the point. That's an easy save for Preston. If the Scouts can get one here, it's only a 2-goal game. This is more in reach than you might think. So the Titans really have to lock up here defensively, not take any shift for granted here the last 5 minutes or so of this game. Down below the goal line, centering pass. Walsh right there, but he couldn't finish. Now this is picked up by Nelson at the blue line. Got it over Catalano, now Walsh. Titans can't clear it out. Here's a one-timer. It's actually a pass down to Catalano. Aiden Weller defending him. Back up high it goes. It's Nelson. He takes a shot. Good save made by the left pad or the right pad of Preston. Now to the far side it goes. Ryan Mulvey picks it up, rings it around the boards, and will it have enough to come outside the blue line? Yes. Let's have another look at that save by the freshman goaltender for Jim Philbin. Lots of bodies in front, was definitely screened. You could see him push one of the Lake Forest skaters out of the way so he can get a better sight line of that puck, because of course you don't have a lot of time to react there. Look at that big maze of bodies, and just at the last second able to register where that puck is and get that right pad out. Really nice save made by number 4-1. Now this loose puck comes up high, Rancourt. And the Titans able to clear it down. 30 seconds to go in the power play. We'll see if Steve Sarower will pull the will pull the goaltender. I don't believe so. At least not at this moment, down by 3. Titans get another clear. Rancourt will pick it up. Play to the far side, now to the near side, Francis. Goes behind his back to get it to his forehand. This comes up high, and Weller gloves it down. Can't clear the zone as Fagan comes out of the box, replaced by Pajurski. And that will finish the Lake Forest power play, which is now 0 for 2. Titans penalty kill now 17 for 17. Here's Pajurski looking for a pass. Couldn't get it to Hoffer cleanly. Now Pajurski has it again down below the goal line. Got it to Blake. This time he takes a shot. Just missed the top right corner. Looking for the hat trick is number 8, Blake Hoffer. Titans, one of 3 SHL teams to have a perfect penalty kill so far, along with New Trier, which is 22 for 22, and GBN, which is 13 for 13. GBN in action right now against Loyola over down the street at Northbrook Sports Center. This one's lofted in, and Krebs thought about covering it, or playing it, I should say, but will eventually cover it. So the Titans currently with credit for 32 shots on goal. That ties their season high. Lake Forest above their average, though, 21 shots on goal against the Titans. As for the Titans' average allowed, it's 27, so GBS playing a pretty good defensive game by their standards. It's been a good game in net, too, for Preston. That always helps the defense. As we get down to less than 3 to go. Lake Forest at this rate is going to need a goal every minute as Strothman comes over the line, takes a shot, and he scores! What a shot! Just under the crossbar, and it's 5-3. Grady Strothman with his 3rd of the season. And I hope I didn't jinx anything by what I said right before, but you can see it's just an innocent play. He comes over the blue line. It's a 1-on-3. As he's leading that rush, just finds a lane, a shooting lane, and bang, top left corner. So back to center ice we go, and that changes the narrative a little bit. We'll keep a close eye down to our right, and Robert Krebs, we'll see when head coach Steve Sarower will head for the goalie change, as this shot is stopped by Preston, and Lake Forest doesn't waste any time there, rushing right back into the zone. And this puck just shipped. It's another 1-on-3 type of rush, and good stop by Preston. Two and a half to go. Krebs waiting sort of at the hash marks, just a couple feet outside the blue paint, as this one's deflected up into the netting. .2:17 to go. GBS leads 5-3, but 2 unanswered goals. from the Scouts. As now this one goes to the far side. This one's thrown right in front of the net. It's stopped by Preston. They will try and get it out. Kept alive at the blue line, Nelson. Still waiting in his net is Krebs. Here's a shot from Nelson, tough angle. That one stopped by Preston. Now the Titans will get it out. Maybe a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Goalie still in his net as we get down to under 2. Here's Pajerski now in the corner. Takes a big hit down into the corner and gets some pushing and shoving afterwards, and we get a whistle. Not sure if we're going to get a penalty. It looks like both guys are going to go. Pajerski goes palms up. Doesn't know what he did, but 100 seconds left in the game. And we'll say 5-on-5. And maybe a timeout coming for the Lake Forest Scouts, and now would be the time to call it. Yes, Lake Forest has called their timeout, so Krebs will head to the bench just for the moment. We'll see if he stays on the ice for the face-off or not. Lake Forest down by 2 goals. It's been a wild one on the South Hockey Network. Glenbrook South with goals from Ben Stevens, a couple from Blake Hoffer, Luke Fagan, and Dylan Lytell in that order. Pajerski has 2 assists tonight. Stevens also has an assist to his goal, so does Fagan. Boris and Charlie Preston with assists as well, Aiden Weller with one. As looks like the Titans have finished off their discussion in the timeout, and Krebs will make his way back to the net for the face-off. You got to think if Lake Forest wins this face-off, or, well, actually, excuse me, the face-off is in Lake Forest's zone. So, of course, he will stay in the net. 1:38 to go. As the puck falls, GBS controls a 50-50 puck up to Fagan. He tries a shot. That one wouldn't go. It goes to the far side half boards, and Lake Forest gets it out. They're going to need to get some possession soon if they want a chance to pull the goaltender. Here's Catalano playing it off the near boards. They can't get it out of the zone. Here's Hoffer for the hat trick, and that one stopped by Krebs. Hoffer centers it again, 1:15 to go on the clock. As the Scouts skate out with it, staying in his net for now, and not getting the call yet. This one goes down below the goal line. Now here come the Titans the other direction. Cesario over the line, just on sides. Jonathan Cesario centers it, got it to Sokol. Looking to set up his man Hoffer for the hat trick. But it gets deflected back out to the neutral zone, and Ryan Mulvey will dump this one in. Boy, the Scouts have not even had a chance to get the empty net. Now here's Adam Sokol. Centered it, but nobody home. Now the Scouts skate out with it again. Still in his net. As now Rancourt dumps it in, and it looks like the Scouts won't even pull the goalie. Now Hoffer finds the puck. He's got a breakaway, and he hit the post with the shot. Looking for the hat trick. He could not bury it. Now 12 seconds to go. Lake Forest looking for anything here as Fagan knocks a man into the boards. 5 seconds on the clock, and Glenbrook South makes it 3 in a row as they take down Lake Forest by a final score of 5-3. 2 unanswered goals by the Scouts in the end, but the 5 goals that the Titans built up in the first and second period proved to be enough as they all give a big hug to Thomas Preston, who makes 22 saves on 24 Scout shots. And it is a season high for Glenbrook South, 33 shots on goal here in this game against Lake Forest. So their season high goes up by 1 now, and the coaches will shake hands. Of course, new to the SHL this season, no handshakes in the regular season. We save that for any postseason series, but Jim Philbin getting his handshakes in with the Lake Forest staff. And a couple of guys can't help but say hello after a hard-fought 51 minutes. Titans exit the ice to some applause here from the Glenbrook South faithful. And 4-1-1, the Titans' new record in the SHL, so off to a pretty good start after losing 2 of their first 3 games, have now won 3 in a row, and they'll look to carry that momentum over to tomorrow night when they play the St. Ignatius Wolfpack. So that's going to finish our broadcast here from the Glenview Community Ice Center. Once again, we appreciate you spending your Saturday night with us here on YouTube from wherever you may be watching in the world. It was Brad Cesario on scoreboard, top left corner of your screen. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, as always. My name's Dylan Warden. Don't forget, folks, tomorrow night, no South Hockey Network broadcast. It will be exclusively on SHL Network. Just type it into your YouTube. Same type of broadcast, replays, different camera angles, but it's just the SHL game of the week that they do every so often, and we get the first one. So make sure SHL Network for tomorrow night's game against the St. Ignatius Wolfpack. That's at 6 o'clock, Fifth Third Arena in Chicago. If you can't be there in person, you know where to find the broadcast. We'll see you next time here on the South Hockey Network, everybody. Good night.